Oh, fuck. Hi, and welcome back, you beautiful nerds, to another edition of a video. In fact, one of these sexy little warm-up videos that I've been experimenting with on this little corner of the internet. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you like what you see here, like and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. Okay, so today we're going to be playing with something new, something different. I am going to start to introduce a little bit more spicier cues, if you will, in an effort to push us deeper into our mindfulness, because that's what this practice is really all about. Yes, we're working out our body and building strength and doing a cute little warm-up, but we're also trying to reestablish a deeper connection between our mind and our body. And how we do that is kind of push ourselves into a meditative space. Now, visualization and imagination is key in like literally any workout, from yoga to powerlifting, whatever. But when it comes to cues, I find that the more erotic, sexy, spicy cues tend to hold and grab my attention for a little bit longer than your run-of-the-mill everyday cues. So in the effort to kind of push us deeper into our mindfulness meditation and our moving meditation, I'm gonna just be upping the ante, turning up the volume just a little bit, not enough to get me demonetized, but just a little bit, just to see how we like it. Tell me in the comments below what you think, and I don't know, we'll adjust from there. One quick note, in our first stretch, we're gonna be kind of going like this, that's the movement, and I'm going to be giving you a cue to imagine that you are perhaps stripping a shirt up and off and over your head. Now, you can mime it if you're in the comfort and the safety of your own home. You can do that for yourself, but if that's not your bag, just wanted to give you a heads up, you can just do the stretch, okay? The theme of today's class is taking up space and being an absolute mess. I myself accidentally dyed half of my hair blue before shooting this, and I lost a nail. So I'm the poster child of being a mess and taking up space today, and I hope that you'll join me and have fun. Let's fucking go! All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get settled on our mat. Before the music starts, before we cue our music, let's just bring ourselves here, relax our jaw, and kind of ground into this moment. Where's your breath? Is it in your chest, in your belly? Good. Open your eyes. Hi. Today's class is dedicated to taking up space and making a mess. So in whatever movement we do, I want to give you the permission to take up as much space as possible and to make as much of a mess of your hair, your clothes, the music, everything. Make a mess out of everything. So we're going to start the class in 3, 2, 1, 3. Relax your jaw, and your eyes are going to come to a soft focus as you come and settle into cross-legged sit. Good. And immediately let your hands come and slide onto your body, onto your legs somewhere. And I invite you to put pressure into your touch. Take it slow. Let them maybe rest on your thighs. Maybe you move a finger. Maybe you tilt your hand so that the heel of your hand presses into your muscle. Or maybe the top of your hand grazes down. Just experiment. Just get into your body. Allow yourself to come fully into your sensation. Right? And as that sound starts to descend, melting down the walls, you're going to let your hands slowly slide all the way up to your pelvis. Good. And you're going to let your hands, your wrists, form a little X. As that beat starts to really descend down on us, you're going to form a little X and let your thumbs press in to your skin, into your torso, into your shirt, whatever texture it is. And you're going to start to raise your elbows all the way up. Engage your core by pulling your belly button into your spine. There you go. That's it. That's it. Good. And as your elbows bubble up to the ceiling like champagne, I want you to imagine that you're pulling your shirt off. Right? It's the same motion, but we're really allowing ourselves to linger in the stretch. As your wrists come above your face, maybe you put a little pressure into your touch, massaging your sinuses. Maybe you turn your head to the side for a second as you create that little window with your arms. And eventually your arms, your wrists are going to fold on top of your head, elbows pointing to the sky. We're just going to rest here for a second. And I invite you to feel your shoulder blades melting down your back, creating space in your torso and in your side body. Good. And I'm already starting to do it naturally, but my rib cage is starting to circle, and I invite you to let this music, let the beat pull a circle out of your rib cage. That's good. Yeah. That's it. I'm going over to my left first because that's where my body likes to naturally stir things to the left, clockwise first. But listen to listen to where you want to go, how you want to move. How does this music inspire you with your arms over your head, reaching your sternum, your breastplate all the way forward, and then circling all the way back as your hips stay stuck, rooted, grounded. Good. Maybe you wiggle your fingers. And eventually your wrists are going to slowly drag, separating, feeling your elbows reach out beside you. And if you've taken yoga before, you're familiar with this term of cactus arms. We're going to slowly cactus arms. We're making like a touchdown arm, Texas T, with our elbows parallel to the ground and slowly melting all the way down to the side body. Good. Feel that opening up your décolleté, your neck. Good. And your hands are going to fall down onto the ground with the heel of your hand facing towards the wall in front of you, and you're going to drag your hands all the way forward. We're going to do it again. All the way forward, that you lean so far that you lean over your legs. And coming all the way up. Let that song change. Let the energy in the room shift as you slowly drag your hands all the way up. We're going to do that one more time. So cross your opposite wrist over your hand. Cross your opposite wrist over the other this time. And you're going to form that little X over your pelvis, over your belly. Feel the softness of your thighs as that new sound enters the room. How does that influence your movement? Do your eyes fully close? Do you feel yourself get a little bit heavier? That's good. That's good. That means you're immersing yourself in sensation. You're becoming more mindful. You're letting your brain let go of all the red lines, all the deadlines, everything that might be just kind of rocking around in yourself, in the back of your mind, anything that might be just buzzing in the back of your mind, you're letting it go. So as your hands and your wrists fold above your head, you're slowly going to switch directions and that rib roll and that rib circle. And again, just take your time here. Inhaling your chest forward, exhale, pulling your belly, rocking back. Good. Just getting a little undulation in the spine and isolating your rib cage as you go. Good. And remember, if at ever time feels really good, just go ahead and stop and pause. Luxuriate in the sensation. That's right. And this time, your right arm is going to break free, and you're going to start to lean over to your right. Here we go. Your elbow's going to come down towards the ground. You're going to tilt your hips, and you're just going to slide, melting all the way down to your right side. Good. Take your time. We'll make them wait for it. You know, I'm spilling off my mat. I'm spilling everywhere. Let yourself be a mess. Let yourself take up space as you fold your hand underneath your head. You're going to cross your left leg over your right. There you go. Good. And take a second to let your top arm kind of establish the boundaries here. Feel where you begin and the rest of the world ends, and vice versa. Just go ahead and let your hand explore the softness of your side body, the curve of your hip, and the indent of your waist. All right? You got it. That's right. Relax your jaw, and we're going to start to peel this top leg all the way up, keeping that top knee bent. Good. And you're opening up your hip as we go here. Maybe you're wrapping one arm around your thigh as you extend, pulling that knee in towards your face. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Good. One more time. Inhale, bend your knee, pulling it in towards your face. Exhale, point and stretch. Straight. Good. And keeping your toes straight in front of your eye line, you're going to engage your core, pull your belly button in towards your spine, and you're going to slowly drop that leg, that foot of yours, right in front of your eye line. Relax your jaw. All the muscular exertion. You should feel that burn here and then your hamstrings and your glute and your belly. If you need extra support, place your opposite hand on the ground, but we're going to just slowly let that hover above the ground right there. Good. Hover. I want you to feel that quake. I want you to feel that shake right there. Good. And go ahead, let your top leg just pulse. 6 inches up, 6 inches down. Keep your belly button pulling in towards your spine. Good. Keep that toe pointed, your opposite leg relaxed on the ground. And I want you to feel that heat, feel that shake and vibration in your hamstring and your leg. If you're shaking, it means you're doing it right. Relax your jaw and go ahead and place your hand where you feel it the most. Good. And right now, we're going to do a little something crazy. We're going to turn up the temperature. Pointing through our toes, you're going to slowly let your straight leg cut through the air. And I'm going to show you how slow we move. Let it take fucking forever to let that leg of yours come all the way up to the ceiling. Oh my God, mine's starting to shake. Ouch, ouch. Relax your jaw, just breathe. Letting that fire escalate. Maybe let your hands come to your head, pulling lightly at your hair. Get lost in that sensation, a little burn that never hurt anyone. Breathe, relax your jaw, and as your leg starts to come all the way up, let your hand find it, softly placing it on the curve, the back of your knee, your thigh. Inhale, flex, bend your knee. Whoo! Hell yeah. Exhale, point. Good. Go ahead and give your thigh a little hug and maybe bend it again. And we're going to do this again, y'all. Pointing through your toes. Give yourself that nice stretch. Relax your jaw. Engage your core, pulling that belly button to your spine. And here we go. We're going to actually flex our foot this time just to shake things up, okay? So with your straight leg, I want you to imagine that your toes are falling right in front of your eye line. And I want you to feel the simmer in your muscles. Relax your jaw. Let the emotions come to the surface. Take away the judgments. There's no need to relive any story you've told about your body at this point. We're just here for the sensation. We're just here for the fire, the burn. We're here for the flexibility, the opening. Relax your jaw, and as your flexed foot comes down 6 inches above the ground, we're going to find a little hover and a little pulse as that music just bounces around the room, around us. There we go. Whoo! Good. Pointing through the toes. And we're just going to give one last stretch, reaching perhaps for a quarter across the room. Reach, 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 and finally let your leg fall down. Woo! Sweet relief. Depending on your hip flexibility, as you roll your body onto your belly here, Maybe crossing your hands so you can place your forehead. You might have to bend your knee. Just relax here for a second. Or you can extend through. This is a fun little stretch that we do in the pole dancing world and the stripper world. It looks like a full split if you were looking at it this way, but it's not. It's just trickery. We love trickery, right? Okay, here we go. We're going to strengthen or lengthen through your left leg and slowly bring it to meet your opposite leg, coming onto your belly. And we're going to find a little bit more heat here. So remember that cat pounce we talked about and that hip pounce up that we talked about in other videos? We're going to try that again. So drag your hands underneath your shoulders, engage in your core by pulling your belly button to your spine. You're just going to lift your pelvis off the mat, pushing your ass up to the ceiling, up to the heavens above. And you're going to slowly let your hips tilt over to the right. Good. Kind of creating a little horizon with your ass. Hello. The sun rises and sets because of your ass. There we go. Let's go with that. So then your ass is going to come, your hips are going to come over to the left side of your mat. Again, you can place your head here on your hands. Put some focus, some attention into the tops of your feet as your tail continues to wag in that semicircle, right? Putting a little pressure in your knees here takes the pressure on the tops of your heels. Putting a little pressure in the tops of your feet takes the pressure off of your knees. So as your hips continue to go back and forth, like so, you can play with that. Or if you're feeling spicy, you can even bend your knees, letting your legs play behind you. Maybe you start to give yourself a little scalp massage. Maybe you press your pelvis into the mat and drag it to the opposite side. Yeah? Good. Creating that full semicircle, that full circle effect. Yeah. Whew. Good. Maybe you switch directions because it feels good, or maybe you like what you're doing. It's all about what feels good here. It's all about taking up space with your hips. It's all about letting yourself be a mess as you drag your hips, your pelvis against the ground, extending and really reaching, rolling your wrists, flexing your fingers, letting yourself have a full body experience right here. Whew. It's only you and me, sis. Let yourself have it. Feels good. Good. And the next time your hips, your belly button kisses the mat, yeah, we're going to do it because we have to. Hands underneath your shoulders. Bend your knees, cross your ankles behind you, squeeze your belly button in. Whoo, slowly push the earth away from you. Oh, we will never die. Oh yeah. Relax your jaw. Inhale all the way down. Exhale. Shh. Push up. And as you come down, as you suck that breath through your teeth, take it slow. All the way down. Find that hover. Good. Exhale, push. One more time. Whoo. Good. And slowly, you're going to lower your body all the way back down to the ground. And you're going to roll as you relax your head, neck, and shoulders. You're going to go ahead and find that cat pounce all the way up. So remember, it's just what we've been doing, but this time we're just pushing ourselves backwards, right? Dragging our breasts, our chests, our breastplates across the mat. Whew. Good. And when you come all the way up, you're going to land on your knees. So I'm going to demonstrate that one more time just so y'all can see. push. I'm pushing my body this way. Yeah. And then as your hips come onto your heels, you're going to drag your hands all the way up to your knees. You can place a pillow or a blanket underneath your hips if you need to. And we're going to explore these pelvic grinds from a couple weeks ago, right? So from here, I want you to imagine that your hips are grinding a circle into your heels, right? So we're going to explore the shape of the undulation that we can make with our spine. So curling our pelvis in, we're going to create a little C shape as you scoot your hips over to the left. So far, it almost feels like you're going to fall, but you're not, right? You're going to let your hips reach out, pressing your chest forward, creating that indent in your lower back. Switching over to the opposite side, and as we play with this grind, circling all the way forward, let your hands come onto your body somewhere. Let them provide a little massage, a little distraction, a little hair tug. Let them play with your clothes. Relax your jaw, close your eyes. Get lost in that sound, get lost in that music, get lost in the scent of your own shampoo. It's a visceral experience we're having here, you and I, on YouTube. Go with it. Good, switch directions. Whoo! Yeah, that's good, that's good. If it feels good, if you feel free, if you feel your hips opening, your joints relaxing, you're doing it right. Forget what you've been told, how you're supposed to look and whatnot. Just let yourself go. Feel that sound start to melt out of the room. Good. Beautiful. And from here, your hands are going to slowly start to slide down your thighs. Keep those hips circling. Keep that spine undulating. Your head going. Let your head go. Whew, where are my words today, y'all? I don't know. Your hands are sliding down your thighs until eventually they come onto the mat. Y'all know where we're going. We're going to let ourselves pounce all the way down. Your hands are going to pull you forward towards the top of your mat, dropping your heart to the ground. Turn your face to one side. Good. Your hips are reaching up to the heavens. Woo! Yeah, that's probably bad audio, y'all, but you can hear that. We're dragging all the way down, back down onto our belly. Whew. Coming down. Did it stop? Okay, great. Coming down onto our belly. Relax your jaw and let yourself arrive. Taking a second to breathe. Feel your breath press into the earth. Feel yourself just be kind of a little bit of a mess. Here. Good. And you're going to extend your left arm above your head, and you're going to roll onto your left side body. And as you do that, I'm going to readjust so I can show you. Face the camera. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and continue to twist and roll to the left side. Crossing your right knee in front of your body. Good. Engage your core. Just pulling that belly button in towards your spine. So as your top leg hovers above the ground, ooh, feel that beat. Really come into the space. Feel it press down on your thighs. Maybe your hand comes down onto your thighs so you can kind of feel your hamstrings, your muscles work for you. And shake. Take your time. Breathe. Again, sometimes when we feel muscular exertion, emotions rush to the surface and we start to tell like stories about ourselves. Just relax. Let your body feel herself building strength. Yeah? Ooh, feel that shake. Hello. Hello. Inhale, flex as you come all the way up. Exhale, point. Maybe bend your knee. Feeling your hip open just a little bit more. Maybe you rest your head on your arm. That's good too, y'all. That's good too. As that sound fades from the space, we're going to give ourselves just a little bit more heat, because this next sound calls for it. Hello. Feel the shift in the energy as that music changes. Whoo! Let your leg be like a knife cutting through the air in front of you as you slowly let it hover above the ground. Pulse. So right here. Good. Pointing through your toes, you're going to reach for that quarter across the ground, right in front of your eye line, and go ahead and grab it. Let your leg fall down on the ground. Go ahead and as you twist and as you turn, let your hand come to your leg. There you go. And slowly cutting your leg all across the ground. We're going to pounce all the way up into what I like to call our rocking hip cat. So as you pounce all the way up, maybe you fall off your mat like I did. That's okay. You're going to keep your hands in front of you, almost like you're about to go into a praying child pose, but your hips are going to reach over to the left instead. Notice how my body starts to lift as I do that. Notice how my body starts to tilt over to the right as I'm on hands and knees. Feel the music shift. Feel it slow down. Good. And slowly you're going to reach your heart all the way forward, hovering your hips above the ground and letting your pelvis, your ass, your hips drive over, reaching over to the right and pulling you all the way back. So this movement is driven by the lower half instead of our heads, right? We're letting our hips, our pelvis, and our ass push us over to the right. So far, we have no choice but to swing all the way forward. Good. Let your head go. Let your legs play behind you. Maybe play with how much space is in between your knees. Maybe the next time your hips and your ass reach all the way back, you switch directions. Or maybe the next time you sail all the way forward, you give yourself a little hair toss. Whew. Play with how slow and how sticky you can make this movement. Play with where it feels good. Play with where you put your intention here. Where you put your attention matters. So, if you're on Spotify, maybe the playlist will wander off to another song, or maybe you want to take this second to go plug in another song, because we've reached the end of our playlist. So you can keep dancing here in these rocking cats or anything else that we have played with so far today. I'll give yourself another song.